I don't know if you're able to see from the angle or the lens that you have, but that's fresh hail all over the place. Now, here's a good one to tell you to your question. You just asked me a hypothetical question off camera. Let's imagine that you're a new homeowner and your home is 2 years old. You just experienced a hailstorm. What do? Well, what you do as a homeowner is you sit down with me so that we can have a conversation about what exactly the condition is of the roof, and then what its current condition means later in time, and then therefore what needs to be done, whether it gets done today or whether it'll need to be done in the future. So here's a good example of a hail hit where the mat beneath is now exposed to the UV rays of the sun, which if you don't know yet, asphalt and UV are not friends. So the granules on the ceramic granules on the shingles act like a protectant, like a coat, like a shield against the sun rays, while also offering some aesthetic curb appeal. But the moment that this happens, you begin a process of accelerated degradation, and the shingles around here. Not the shingles, but the granules around this hit are going to slowly erode and come off. And this is going to get larger and larger and larger, basically compromising the performance of the shingle. So that's what this is. And we have a bunch of this here. Now this is a really good one because you can see that the mat, so here's what a hail hit looks like. This is great. Do you see these granules that are pressed into the mat? There are granules pressed into the mat. You also have some places in the matting where you'll see divots or dimples where granules used to be and are no longer. This combination of missing granules and granules that are pressed into the mat is a perfect example of what a hail hit does, what a hailstone does. And it's basically bruised the mat. In some instances, yes, well, I can't get under there and I'm not going to try. But that's hail damage, and we have a lot of it here. So what we're going to, so I'll leave it at that. And then what I'm going to do is start taking my test spots and start documenting the condition of the roof for these homeowners. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get my overviews for myself, which means overviews of the roof so that I know what the roof looks like, what are all the components of the roof here. Because if we do any work, I need to have a real good visual understanding of what's on this roof. It's not a normal one, but it is a viable one because there are three purposes that a roof performs. One purpose is to keep water and debris out of the structure. Another purpose is to keep water and debris off of the structure. And then the third purpose is to keep water and debris away from the structure. And there's your gutter system, that last one. But in terms of keeping water and debris off of the roof, clearly this roof is too flat to be able to do that. So what happens is, beneath all this is it's wet. Like you've got the soil down here, and it's somewhat moist. Basically, water that stays on top of the shingles acts like a corrosive element that will basically help kind of accelerate the degradation of the shingles. So cleaning them is a good idea. Now the way that happens is it allows soil and debris in between the shingles, slowly de-sealing the shingles over time. This actually is an opposite example. These shingles are pretty sealed, but overall, it's a good idea to keep debris off of a roof because you don't want it to compromise the shingles' health and therefore their function. But this one is not presenting any major concerns, so I'm not opposed to standing corrected on a particular situation. So I'm just going to get my overviews. And one of the nice things about taking overviews is that when I need to get a count of the accessories, it's real easy to get a count of all the accessories. And one of the benefits of taking my overviews first is that it allows me to get a pretty good visual idea of what the current condition is of the roof, what I'm gonna find when I zoom in and start taking a more systematic assessment. For real. Come up here, bring a lounge chair. Yeah, see, this is what trees do. Here comes Austin. Here comes Austin. What's up, Ostino? Well, I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little better. You're on speaker with Joe and me on the roof right now, where I'm literally recording audio. So you're in this video with me.
Hell, okay. Well, just look at 114 on company cam whenever you get a chance. Let me know what you think. There's some discrepancy from other roofers saying that it doesn't need to be replaced.
All right. Why don't you tag me in Acculinks, or not Acculinks, tag me in company cam on that one, and just tell me to take a look at it, and I'll get around to it.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Bye.
So the homeowner said that there's a possible situation where water is seeping and getting beneath. Yeah, I can see a possibility right here. Yeah. Ouch. Hot. Super hot.
Probably want my gloves now, huh?
Gloves are always good. I mean, look at my hands from not wearing gloves. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just basically start, taking my test spots like this. Look, that's a good one. 1, 2, Oop, my head's in the way. 2, 3. That's a great one. Look at that one. That one's bad. Look, this is busted right through the mat. Look at this. See the fiberglass in there? Busted right through the mat. Right through it. So water and UV rays will accelerate the degradation here of this shingle, as it will all these shingles. That one especially because it broke the mat. Broke the mat. 4, 5, 6, 7. Another couple good ones. 8. Yeah, heck yeah. Oh my God, yeah. 9. Another one right there. 10. All right, so that's the front slope. Now we got to get this on the back slope. One, 2, 3. A little tougher on the back. That's the way it goes, you know, there's always a wayward side. 4, and that's what they call it, a wayward side. In order to get a hail claim completely to pass muster, you got to get 3 of 4 slopes over the threshold. That means front, back, left, right.
How many slopes here? So total four slopes?
Yeah, front, back, left, right. And you got to get a threshold of something like 8 solid hail hits per 3 slopes at least. And there's usually a wayward. That's where the wayward one comes in. It's usually going to show less. I think we got a good number here.
Yeah, I see even more. It seems like the storm came right here.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's start. Let's look here. This will be the. Yeah. Look at that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They ought to be on different shingles too. I'm not even sure if I'm even doing it like that, but yeah, I think so. Well, on this side, yeah. Now we got to get them on the ridge, like that one right there. You know, get them on this side. It's a little tougher on this side, but that's a good one. Got a couple good ones already. So this will be the same shingle. Same shingle, so don't, you know, it won't count.
Everything has to be on
different shingles, like that. There's the seam between 2 shingles.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. With all the debris may have helped the roof. I mean, let's see. This is an old roof too. You know how you can tell? By all of the fiberglass glistening that's been exposed. It's just, this is a sign. So this is a sign over here of blistering, meaning there may not be a really good amount of ventilation back here. Means it gets real hot in the attic up here, is my guess. I'm not really seeing much hail back here. That's hail, but it looks old. Looks old. What about the hip line or the ridge line?
Yeah, that's where you probably see it.
Yeah. Not much. Oh, there's one right there. That's a good one. It looks like it though, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it looks like
It's
it's
the, yeah, I mean that's one right there for sure. That's one. That's one. But that's the back. That's the front slope. So we got the front slope. So you got the front, the back, the left. There's no the left and the right. This is like your left and right. I think that the basic idea here is that they should file a claim and see what insurance will do for them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take pictures of all the accessories. I know, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm going to take pictures of all the accessories. One of the bummers right now is that I don't have my measuring tape on me.
Can you name what these are? Like, what are you looking at here?
This is up here. This is a rain cap, a furnace rain cap. And it's on a furnace pipe. Don't know what the appliance is exactly, but this is a furnace cap on a furnace pipe. That's what that is. Obviously got a couple of skylights. This boils down to their installation. I mean, there's no report here of leaks, you know. So, you know, that's a round cap. This is called a T-top. Same idea as far as function. We don't replace these because they're permanent fixtures and there's no damage. It's not like, you know, this whole piece of flashing is over some gas pipe. Here's an attic vent. You can see these dents?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's evidence. That's evidence right there. This is something that we wouldn't, I don't know, we might replace this. Storm collar, look how beat up it is and old, and this whole thing could use probably a whole new kit. Look how rusted it is. So if it were up to me, I might just buy a whole new kit and have them replace it because of how rusted it all is.
So what exactly is it? Do you know?
Well, that's a gas. It's another furnace pipe. I don't know what the appliance is.
Got it.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm not good at is figuring out what goes to what appliance. I don't know. Oh, that pollen just got busted.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, look at my short.
What is that?
I don't know, but that looks like tree rub. That's what tree rub does. So you get a branch that could be up here, but over time with wind and whatnot, it just sort of like does this constantly. And it's that exactly. So we got these accessories. Let's see what this one looks like. A lot of splatter. I don't see any dents on it yet. Oh, there we go.
And this is
oh yeah, look at that. Look at that guy right there. Look at that.
This is a vent?
Yeah, it's a turbine vent.
How's it powered?
Wind. There's wind. So it's a hybrid, meaning when there's no wind, it stays still, but it still allows air in the attic to ventilate. When you get wind, it actually does that, and it actually begins to suck air out of the attic.
So is this AKA a turtle vent?
No, this is not a turtle vent. I don't see a turtle vent. There's not a turtle vent on here. This is a turbine vent. That's a turbine vent. We got a lead pipe back here. Looks like 1.5 inches. Another furnace pipe. We won't replace it, but good to know it's there. 2-inch lead pipe back here. No, that's a 3-inch. 3-inch lead pipe back here.
When you say 3 inch, you're talking about
Diameter. 3-inch lead pipe.
And
3-inch.
Airflow through it?
It's usually plumbing. And then we got a meter mast. So this would require a unique. So what they did is they sliced a lead boot like this, wrapped it, and then sealed it. Whereas what we'll do is we'll actually get a split boot that's actually manufactured and designed to go around a situation like this. That's it. That's all she wrote. We'll get in the attic now.